My goal always has been to play Division I football. Football career has kind of taken a little bit of a turn. These last couple years, I've been playing at a junior college for football. Not exactly where I expected to be. So at a junior college, the goal is to play there for 2 years, get some film, and move on to higher levels. But my recruiting process was pretty quiet, and I was pretty discouraged, honestly. I mean, felt like I was working really hard, was playing. I wasn't lacking playing time, but sometimes, when you don't see things happening in your life, you could get frustrated. I wouldn't say I was ever mad with God though. I've always trusted His plan no matter what it's really looked like. Really have had to lean on Him, because I haven't seen answers. There's some things that I've been confused on, why are these things not happening? Why are these things happening? Things like that. Warrior weekend was great. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to go to this men's camp. I was supposed to be out of town, which is like kind of the crazy part. So I was able to get the opportunity to be able to go to this men's camp with my dad. Really what hit me the most is Pastor Cruz and Pastor Kevin and a couple of them went up there and they were just real and vulnerable. And I think that's really what I appreciated, from them, like seeing people I could look up to and that were just real and vulnerable about what they had gone through. And that's really what hit me the most is these guys are in front of like 50 plus, 100 plus, whatever it was, people just sharing their story, sharing how they may have not been honest with God. And the 2 points I kind of hit on were honesty and brotherhood, and those things. I feel like I was lacking a little bit, there's battles I was trying to fight by myself, and that's not what God wants. And I feel like I have a good band of brothers, but sometimes I don't go to them. There's sometimes I haven't been real with them enough to be able to talk to them about things. And so I went throughout this weekend with a lot of conviction, a lot of things just on my mind. And then we were driving home from the camp and Pastor McDaniel was with us and my dad had shared a story too as well, where we were younger, we were living in New Jersey, and there's some things he wasn't honest with as well, and things kind of just crashed on him hard and quick. And I feel like that was kind of at a moment I was at where like things could have crashed down quick on me. And I got home and I just was talking to my dad and really was just kind of started crying to him and just told him, I was like, yeah, Dad, there's some things that I'm need help with, and I need to be honest with you and Mom. And I sat down with both of my parents and kind of just told them some things that I was struggling with, because this last semester for me was really hard. I was just out there with not really an end goal in sight. I hadn't had any conversations with coaches. Nothing was really looking like it was moving forward, and I was gonna have to go to school and on my parents' dimes. I always wanted to be able to go to college to have it paid for. That's why I played football. And then I did that, and then I posted my film the next couple of days, and I was just getting a lot of activity from coaches, and it really felt good because I hadn't had that in a while. And then I got a call from a number, and I got on the phone. It was the head coach at South Dakota State, and he pretty much kind of told me that they wanted me to be there and they wanted me to be a part of the program. And the process moved pretty quickly, and me and my dad went on a visit there, and they ended up offering me a scholarship while I was on my visit, and I was just really excited about that opportunity. It was a dream come true, and I ended up committing there, and that's where I'm gonna go play football the next couple of years. It was just something that came out of nowhere. Obviously it was all God, and it was just showed what He can do when we're just honest with Him and when we want that breakthrough. And He really did that in my life. He showed up, even when I wasn't expecting it. I just was really excited I got to be a part of that opportunity with all the men there. Just glad that I let God show up. I opened up my heart, and it was a great opportunity just to meet other men. And I really encourage anyone else who's thinking about going, younger guys, older guys, just to put yourself out there and let God use you and go out there for the weekend.